Hey friends. Ah, something showed up this morning as I was meditating, and this is definitely, a reminder, not a new piece of information, but I was sitting in meditation and just kind of connecting with stillness. And funny enough, now that I think about it, I also had a similar insight come through while I was doing yoga. And the insight that hit me was stillness is the heart of action. And that's something, I guess it can kind of sound like a cliche or like a kind of, esoteric spiritual aphorism, but 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 it was showing up in a very concrete way, in a way where I could I had a sense, I just had a felt sense of the stillness that I was dropping into being like this reservoir, and all the action in my mind, all the action as I was imagining my day to come and as I was imagining my day yesterday, all the movement of life has to come from somewhere. And I think this is why meditation is such an energizing practice. It's like giving us fuel to live life. It gives us this reservoir to draw on, and that especially if it's if we're tending it well, it tends to overflow. There tends to be an excess of energy, an overabundance that just spills out into the world, and our actions are almost effortless. And I think the insight that's showing up as I unpack this is that, we all wish that our action could be more effortless, that we could live with more ease, that we could perform the tasks of our life with greater ease, greater abundance. And I think stillness is the key to that. The key to that is not more action. The key is more stillness. The insight that showed up while I was doing my yoga practice this morning, because it's essentially a physical practice. It's not like a fitness club yoga routine, but I am moving, and so. But there are these moments of pause in between where my hands come together and I just kind of stand before going into the next squat. And what I noticed was when I put my hands together, there's this energetic thing that happens where the hands meet, and it's like the aura of each side, it's like it wraps around and then interpenetrates and like closes around me or wraps around me, and all of a sudden my whole system gets this bolt of energy, and I can kind of take it up or I can take it down into my legs and into the ground. And I was realizing that I could afford to spend more time in that energetic practice, in that more subtle, more closer to stillness kind of practice, because really that's when my system is most engaged. That's when my system is most present, most awake, most available to me. And I had not at all made the connection between I'm making that connection right this moment between that and then my kind of insight, or this notion that came up during meditation. But they're related. We tend to get so pulled into action. And like I did a spin class yesterday, and it was super fun. It was my first spin class ever. If you've ever been to a spin class, it's riding a stationary bike, and they take you through this series of climbs and stuff. And I just noticed it was great, and I enjoyed it, and it got my body really working. But I also recognized that as an orientation, it was pulling me into a state of kind of assuming that accomplishment happens through action, and that progress happens through action, movement, pushing, right? And I'm not sure that's my way necessarily. I've really begun to appreciate a more sort of yogic Taoist approach, which is what I've been practicing for years, so it's no surprise. But where we actually come back to stillness frequently, and we recognize that stillness is the source of action. Stillness is the heart of action. And we allow, because what that means is we give our actions permission to be effortless. We don't presume that in order to accomplish something we have to perform a lot of action. We have to really work hard now, right? We don't. That's a very particular way of thinking about life and ultimately existence. And I'm not sure that it's the way it is. I'm not sure that it's the most effective perspective. So when that showed up this morning, it kind of gave me just a little reminder, a little coaxing to spend maybe a little more time in meditation, to be in that place of kind of ease, stillness, wakeful stillness, not lying on my bed sleeping, but also with a minimum of tension and effort. Music knows how to be effortless. It just is. It just vibrates. The note's not trying to vibrate. It just is at the frequency it's at. Thanks for watching, folks. I appreciate you. Great to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you soon.